Hello and welcome to the podcast Love Yourself and Live Your Life, your podcast for personal development, a positive mindset and more consciousness in your life. My name is Jolante Kolleg and I'm so grateful you're listening to this week's podcast again. And this week I would like to share with you my experience I had last weekend while I was doing a silent retreat. I went away for a couple of days by myself and I had the most amazing time. It was so incredible, so many learnings I had, so many things I realized, and I came back with so much positive energy, so much more motivation, so much love for everyone else, and I just feel like newly born. So I will be sharing exactly what I did and what has helped me to feel like that and why I think it's so important for every single person to take a little bit time for themselves. So if you're interested finding out all about this retreat, then listen to this podcast and I really hope you enjoy it. For the last few weeks, or actually even probably a couple of months now, I started feeling a little bit low. The whole situation with the coronavirus lockdown and now all the restrictions that are coming up again and not being able to see your friends and socialize, it has affected me in my well-being. So a couple of weeks ago, quite spontaneously, I decided to go on a retreat. Going on a retreat was actually a plan that I've had for over a year. I wanted to do a silent retreat. But now again, with Corona restrictions, these things were not possible. So I thought, well, what can I do to make me feel better? How can I find a solution? So I decided to book a small apartment just for 3 nights, not far from us, in the middle of the countryside, beautiful surroundings. So I have booked this apartment, and the only thing that I really wanted was not to have any distractions. I just wanted to focus on myself, because I realized that if you're at home, you're always distracted. You always have so many things to do. You have your family, you have your friends, you have the mobile phone. And there is always so much going on. There is always things to do. And I just needed a break. I just wanted this time for myself, this attention for myself. So the only thing that I really planned was some food. I have prepared some food for myself in advance. I cooked it, I have frozen it and taken it with me. So that was the only thing, as I didn't want to focus on cooking and preparing food there. And the only other thing that I made clearly from the beginning on, that I'm not going to use the mobile phone. The mobile phone is going to stay away from me. No distractions, no social media, no WhatsApp messages, nothing at all. I told my family and closest friends, don't contact me. And if you do, I won't be checking any messages at all. And I have also taken a notebook. That was the only thing that I planned to take with me, and a book. But at the end, I didn't even have time to read anything. So after I unpacked, I sat down on the bed, drinking a tea and looking outside through the window. I thought, okay, and now you're here with all that time. What are you going to do? I felt a little bit irritated and I thought, it was very strange. I didn't really know. It felt very weird. And I thought, what can I do now? I mean, it's very rarely that you sit somewhere and you think, okay, now I have 2.5 days of time just for myself. What do I do? There is no cooking to be done. There is no cleaning to be done. There is no family that requires your time. There is no other work. There is nothing. It's just you and the time, all the time that you have. And then I thought, okay, just grab the phone and have a look. Maybe someone has sent you a message. But I have been very conscious about this. And I realized straight away, and I thought, and I've said to myself, no, Jolante, the deal is no mobile phone, no distraction. So I sat there for another 10-15 minutes or so and thought how interesting the mind is. Our mind just cannot sit quietly. We always need a distraction. It is like a routine. It's like an addiction already that we need a mobile phone or we need something to distract us. For many of us, it is either the phone, it might be the TV, it might be other people, phone calls, messaging, social media, cleaning, whatever. There is so many things that we constantly distract ourselves rather than just sitting down and enjoying the peace and clearing the mind. So then I thought, okay, let's bring the focus to something positive. And I started thinking for all what I'm grateful for. And I felt so hugely grateful for being able to be there and experiencing this beautiful place. And I was so grateful for doing it for myself, for taking the time for myself, for giving myself this love and attention and caring for myself. Because I knew I haven't done this for a while, and I thought this is the only way to make me feel better. I didn't have any expectations for this weekend, and I knew that probably not many things will happen in this few days, not major changes, no huge improvement. I just wanted a little bit time for myself. So for the rest of the afternoon and evening, I sat on the bed and I have started writing answers to questions that I had. I asked myself questions. What areas of my life am I completely fulfilled? Am I extremely happy and grateful for what I have? And what areas of my life do require a little bit more attention, do require a little bit more improvement? Where do I want to go in life? So I have asked myself all these questions and I have started writing all these answers for myself. The following morning, I woke up very early. It was 5:30 and I've started doing my daily morning routine as I always do. So if you're interested in my morning routine, what I do exactly, I have uploaded a few weeks ago a podcast with my morning routine. So if you're interested in changing your routine, just listen to this podcast. And there are quite a few valuable tips and advices that I hope they will help you as well. So after my morning routine, I have prepared, as every single morning, a bowl of fruits. So while I was having my breakfast and eating my fruits, after half of the portion, I've started feeling that it was enough. I was full. I couldn't eat anymore. And I thought, this is strange, because for years I have been always eating the same portion of fruits, and today I'm eating less. So why can I not finish my whole portion? And I came to the conclusion that the two reasons are that I've been very mindful while I was eating. I was completely focused on myself, on my body, and I realized, okay, that's enough. While in normal life, I would be sitting together with my family, we would be talking, we would be chatting, and obviously that's a distraction again. So you don't realize when it is enough. The body is giving us the signs always, but we don't realize because we are with our thoughts somewhere else. And I think the second reason that I realized as well, on a normal day at home with my family, even though I do practice my morning routine and we always sit very quiet and peaceful having breakfast. However, you already know my daughter needs to go to school. I already know there are so many things waiting for the day. In your head, you have everything planned, the work, the cleaning of the house, the cooking, the appointments, or whatever else is coming up during the day. You already know that things are coming. So there is automatically a pressure on us. And therefore I realized that being there, I was completely free. I had no plans at all. So the answer, why do I eat at home more of what I do here? It's because it's emotional eating. I eat more at home because I feel deep inside already stressed, already anxious for things that are going to come up during the day. And at the end of the weekend, I had only 2 meals, and that was enough. And I was completely wondering about myself. Why am I not hungry? Why does my body not ask me for food? At home, I normally have 3 meals, sometimes even 4. And being here, just 2 meals were completely enough for me. So what did I do for the whole weekend all by myself, you might be wondering? And the answer is, I have meditated, I went for walks in the nature, I have been journaling a lot. So basically just giving myself all this love and attention. So while I was there and I practiced meditation, I found this so much easier to focus on the breath, to focus on whatever I was focusing on. While now and previously as well, very often, I just kept losing the focus. I constantly lost the focus to some thoughts, which it is completely normal. But I realized being there all by myself, not having any distractions, it has helped me hugely to focus on meditation, because I was so much more in the moment. And that was an amazing achievement. And being back now for the last couple of days, I realized already now that during the meditations, I start losing the focus more of what I did while I was there all by myself without any distractions and no responsibilities. So it was a huge realization for me to realize how much our mind changes and is able to focus when we just stop getting distracted and having anything around us, just being on ourselves and not using any phones and not speaking to other people, just being yourself there in the moment, mindful and conscious. I was also journaling a lot. Most of the day I have really spent meditating, which was 3-4 times a day, and journaling. And journaling is such an incredible tool, and I've mentioned that in the past already, because you're just in this moment focusing all your thoughts, you bring them to the paper, whatever you think of, you bring it to the paper. So there is much less distractions. All the concentration, all the focus goes to what we are writing. And this is an absolutely incredible tool if you want to find answers to your questions. Because very often, if you ask yourself something in your mind, you may ask yourself the question, what do I want in my life? You may think about the answer, but then another thought clicks in and you get distracted, and you may be thinking, oh, okay, I still need to cook the meal for tonight, or I have forgotten to put the washing machine on today, or whatever it might be. So for that reason, journaling is so powerful, because you keep staying really in that moment, focusing on whatever you are writing right now. Many people may be thinking, oh, what a boring weekend, just sitting there writing and meditating. And I can tell you, it was anything that boring. I had so many learnings. I have realized so many things about myself, things that I want, that I don't want. It gave me so much positive energy, and I really didn't believe it was going to have such a huge impact on my well-being right now. As I said, when I left, I felt a bit depressed. I felt a bit low, and before my family was going to pick me up, I thought, that's a shame. The few days, they just passed so quickly. I wish I could have had another few days. It was such an amazing time. Not only the time that I had for myself, but so many things that I realized, and so many things that I appreciate now as well. I feel like a newly born person. I feel like all the negativity is gone. All the stress is gone. Everything is just like disappeared, like wiped away. My mind is clear. I feel positive. I feel motivated. I feel so much love for other people as well. Even other people on the street. I realized myself, I just smile at them and say hello. And that just comes truly from my heart. And I believe if we don't look after ourselves, if we don't give the love and attention that we deserve, we cannot give it to others. It's not possible. And I realized it this time again, what a big impact it has on my well-being, on my life, and as well on the people around me, because it all starts with you. If you are feeling good enough, if you are feeling good about yourself, if you give yourself the love, the attention that you deserve, only then you start feeling good, and all your well-being and all your positivity, all your love and all the way you feel, it's all what you give to the other people around you, whether it's your family, your friends, or even strangers on the street. You feel much more love and compassion for everyone else. So just to summarize, it was at first a little bit strange to be there all by myself and thinking, what am I going to do with all that time? Feeling a little bit anxious of being alone and maybe lonely as well. But then once I settled down and I used the time, I really used every single moment wisely, I got out from there with a clear mind, with so much motivation in me, so much more love for others and for myself, and with so many answers for my life, for what I want in my life, for things that might not be working, for things that I can improve, for answers, how can I change things? So yes, it was definitely something I will do again. And I think I'd like to do this on a regular basis, maybe every 3 to 6 months, to take a little bit more time for myself, to reflect, to rejuvenate, to clear out my mind and come back as a more positive, loving person. So I hope that my really absolutely positive experience has also motivated you now to give it a try yourself one day. And if you have got any other questions that you're interested and you would like to know, just let me know and contact me, and I'm happy to support you on that. So before I go now, I'd like to announce that I will be starting from the beginning of November. The exact date will be confirmed shortly. And I will be starting a morning routine, or let's say a morning meditation, that will hopefully motivate you and other people to start meditating. Because I know myself how difficult it was for me at the beginning to commit to myself, to commit to wake up early and to sit down for 10, 15 or 20 minutes to meditate. I never did, because I never prioritized myself. And only since I am practicing regularly, I see what a huge difference meditation does in my life. And I'd love, ideally, everyone to meditate. So I'm giving you for free this option to join this morning meditations. I will be doing them live in a private Facebook group. If you want, you can join the group as well, where we can meditate together, where we can start the day in a